Hi students, I'm Dr. Bhavna. In this lecture we are going to deal about the continuation of the animal kingdom, that is nothing but class mammals. So today we are going to end with the topic of animal kingdom. So it is very important for you to listen to each and every word, because now today we are going to deal with the last topic, that is mainly aves as well as mammals. So these two are very much important because in the daily use we all belong to mammals only. So in the daily and all, you should know what are the characteristic features that are related to mammals. Aves means nothing but they are birds. Birds also daily you see, and what are the characteristic features that are related to birds also you should know very clearly. So today we are going to continue with the chapter of Animal Kingdom, and today we are also going to end with the chapter of Animal Kingdom. So when the last thing which begins is in the last class we already have done with class aves. So once again I am going to revise because that is only the toughest part and where most neat questions are asked in the part of aves. So generally when we start with the class aves, I'm going to revise the topic of aves. So in the class aves, basically, aves means nothing but they are birds. All birds will fly, as we know, but some birds they do not fly. They are also called as flightless birds. Only one bird is flightless bird. That is nothing but ostrich. Ostrich. Only bird which is not able to fly, or also called as flightless birds, then it is ostrich. That point you should remember. As well as what are the specific features of aves. We all know they are terrestrial. Birds means we see daily in our society and all. So birds, they all will fly. They all are terrestrial animals, not aquatic. So then what are the main important features? What do you notice? They are nothing but feathers. Feathers will be present as well as beaks will be present. Beaks. Every bird will have a beak. Compulsion it is a bird to have a beak, as well as numerous feathers will be present. Next, when you come to limbs, four limbs will be present as well as hind limbs will be present. Four limbs as well as hind limbs. In all animals, these all belong to chordates and they are belonging to vertebrates, and these all vertebrates will have limbs which are associated with it. So limbs means what? Four limbs, hind limbs will be present, but only in birds. The four limbs are modified into wings. When it comes to hind limbs, they are useful for walking and moving from one place to another. Everything these hind limbs are useful. Only specific feature of birds is four limbs are useful for flying. They are modified into wings. Hind limbs, they play a very important role in walking and all. So, and this body of aves will have scales on them. Reptiles, full all organisms will have scales. But here the body is dry for birds, but also they won't have scales on them. Only hind limbs will have scales. Only hind limbs have scales that are associated with it. Then later, only hind limbs will have scales which are present. Then later, the another important feature that you should remember is the tail of the bird's tail will have oil gland secretion. Rest of the bird full body will not have any secretions, but only tail will have oil secretion that is present. Important neat question. Where is this oil secreted from the glands? Where the oil is present in birds? From where oil is secreted on the skin of the birds? It is only in the tail. Important neat question that you should remember. Numerous times it is asked. So that is the main specific feature. Next, these all are homeotherms which are present. Homeotherms. Homeotherms means what? I told you till now what we have dealt all are poikilotherms. That is, they do not maintain constant body temperature. but these animals will maintain constant body temperature. They will have if they move from one place to another also, they will have constant body temperature. So that's why these organisms are called as warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded. Poiculotherms are cold-blooded. These are warm-blooded animals. So this is one important feature. Next, pneumatic bones are present. Pneumatic bones means what? Hollow bones which are present in the long bones will have air which is filled in them. So this is called as pneumatic bones. We have dealt in detail in the last class. If you want to revise, just go and revise in the last class. So pneumatic bones will be present in them. Pneumatic bones, these are the important specific features which are related to birds. Then another rest all things are same. Heart is usually four-chambered heart. Respiration, because they are terrestrial organisms, respiration is usually by lungs. Terrestrial, so lungs. And heart is usually four-chambered. Two atrium with two ventricles are present. Heart is done. Respiration is done. Digestive tract, I asked you all to remember only two important points. Digestive system will have specific features that is called as crop as well as gizzard. Crop as well as gizzard will be present in both of them. In the main digestive system, crop as well as gizzard is present. So that is done. Then digestive system, respiratory system as well as circulatory system. Next, when you come to last, reproductive, sexes are separate. That is dioecious animals. These are, that is, males are different as well as females are different. So the fertilization which takes place is internal fertilization as well as development is direct development. Internal fertilization direct development as well as oviparous nature, not viviparous. Only viviparous till now what we have done is conductus. Oviparous is basically aves. So oviparous nature. So this is about the class aves. Only don't get so much confused regarding this. Aves main points which you should remember is simple. You imagine a bird. Will bird have feathers? Yes, feathers will be present. Then they will have wings for flying. The body will be very soft for them. It won't secrete numerous amount of oil. Is not secreted. Only at the tail. The skin of the bird will secrete oil only near the tail. So that point you should remember. Next, they are also called as homeotherms, that we all know, because they are warm-blooded animals. They maintain constant body temperature. That point you should compulsory remember. That is about the homeotherms. Next, you should remember about the feathers, beak, and what are the specific features. Hind limbs only will have scales. That is the important NEET question which is asked so many times. Then pneumatic bones. They will ask you pneumatic bones are associated with which class. They will give you class Aus, mammals, reptiles, amphibians. So it is Aus. Pneumatic bones, only specific feature that you should remember. Pneumatic bones. Then heart is four-chambered, respiration is by lungs. Digestive system, we all know, crop as well as gizzard is present. Only very small features that you should remember. Sexes are separate, dioecious animal. Fertilization usually takes place, internal fertilization, as well as development is direct development, oviparous nature. Internal fertilization, oviparous nature, direct development. These are the main points which you should remember. So we are done with class A's. Examples is normal examples already in last class I have given in detail. Psittacula is also called as parrot. PP you can remember. Then corvus. Corvus is nothing but crow. Then aptenodytes is penguin, which you should remember. Psittacula, parrot. Corvus, crow. Then aptenodytes is penguin. Then neophron. Neophron is vulture. Ostrich. Neophron, vulture, these all you can remember. Corvus, crow you can remember. Penguin you can remember. But only one which you can't remember is ostrich, I told you. It is a flightless bird. That scientific name is also called as Strutio. So Strutio. Then pavo is also called as peacock. All will start with the same letter, so don't get confused. Pavo, peacock, corvus, crow, CC. Then psittacula, P, parrot, that you can remember. Aptenodytes you remember, that is nothing but penguin. Then last one, neophron is the largest bird, so that you can remember it as a vulture. Then Strutio is ostrich, only this you. Very easy to remember the scientific names of the birds, because this is the only class which you can easily remember. So as well as Strutio is ostrich. So this is about the class aves. Now next we are going to continue about the last topic of the animal kingdom, that is nothing but class mammals. So basically in the class of mammals, first, what are the specific features? These mammals, some will live in water, some will live on land. So they are both, again we will go in a sequence, they are both aquatic as well as terrestrial animals. Aquatic and terrestrial animals. That is, they live in water as well as they will live on the land. As well as these mammals, mostly where they are found, especially they have given in your NEET textbook more elaborated about mammals. Because why they have given more elaborated? Because human beings, we all belong to mammals only. As well as daily animals which you see, numerous camel, horse, as well as this cats, dogs, everything all belong to mammals only in our daily. So they are mostly seen in forests, numerous forest polar regions you see, as well as numerous this Amazon rainforest which occupies the maximum of the world's lungs of the planet are also called as Amazon forest. These all are mainly because of the mammals only. Mainly the trees will be present. Ecology we will deal in second year. There mostly they are called as lungs of the planet, and maximum they are occupied by mammals only. So that point you should remember. So the aquatic terrestrial, mostly they are found in forests, mangroves, as well as polar regions. Polar regions. You generally find them like this. Next, another important point which you should remember is nothing but this class of mammals will have a specified feature which is not same to that of other one. What is that specific feature? It is nothing but mammary glands are present. Mammary glands. What are these mammary glands? Mammary glands are nothing but which produce lot amount of milk, which is useful for the providing the nutrition to the young ones. So these mammary glands are very useful for providing the nutrition to the young ones. Only that's why they are called as class of mammals. Mammals means will have specific feature, that is nothing but mammary glands which provide milk to the young ones. So this is the one specific feature which you should remember. As well as this is very useful for providing the nutrition to the young ones, or else the young ones will die. That's why these mammary glands are associated with that of only mammals. In rest all classes, these mammary glands are absent. Next, another important feature which you should remember is nothing but hair is present in them. Hair. In rest all, like you see amphibians, reptiles, as well as aves, everything organism will not have hair which is associated with the skin. Only these Mammals will have hair which is present on the skin. On the skin, they will have hair which is present. So this is about the main two important specific features of that of mammals. Hair is present, mammary glands are present. Where they live on aquatic as well as terrestrial. Forests, mangroves, then polar ice caps they are associated with. Then what is the another important point? The another important point is about the heart. Now we will come to systems. Only two specific features that you should remember for that of mammals. It is nothing but mammary glands as well as hair. Next, when you go more deep into this topic, the another important feature which you should remember is external ears are present. External ears. Teeth are present. Ears as well as teeth. Ears means in all organisms till now what we have seen, like amphibians, reptiles and all, they will have only the inner ear, that is nothing but tympanum only is present for them. But for mammals, from external ear, middle ear as well as inner ear, three different types of ears are present: external, middle as well as inner ear. When we go deep into the ear, then I will tell about humans. But for now, you remember external ears are present for them. External ears. So, which are associated with that of, again tympanum is also present, but that is present in the inner ear. External ears called as pinna, which the cartilage which is present, it is present for that of mammals. As well as teeth are also present, numerous teeth. There are different types of teeth which are present. Suppose for carnivores, which usually eat flesh and all, different type of teeth are present. When you come to we humans, we will have different type of teeth, because carnivores and all, they eat all the fleshy food which is present. So they will have the canines which are very sharp in nature. We will have canines and all different types of teeth, very normal in, like not very sharp. When we eat fleshy food only, somewhat for grinding and all, we will have the normal teeth. But when it comes to carnivores and all, they will have another specific type of teeth. So that point you should remember. Then later, as usual, eyes, ears, teeth, jaws, everything are present, as well as limbs are also present. That's why they are classified under tetrapods. But like birds, we don't have wings for flying and all. Some mammals will have wings for flying, but they are present as an extra feature which are not associated with that of limbs. Limbs are separate, the wings are separate. But for birds, in the class apes which we have done, for birds, basically the forelimbs are only modified into feathers for flying. But for we humans, we don't have separate things for flying. Suppose bats and all, which you see, owls and bats and all, they will have they'll have forelimbs as well as hindlimbs, as well as an extra feature they will have the wings for flying. So limbs are present. How many limbs are present? Two pairs of limbs are present. That is two hands as well as two legs. Two pairs of limbs are present. Two pairs. What is the use of these limbs? They are useful for walking, swimming, as well as from moving from one place to another. Everything, walking, swimming, for all different types of exercises, we require these limbs. Next, when you come to systems, I'll tell you about the systems. Just now I'll revise till now what we have done. They are aquatic as well as terrestrial animals. They are mostly found in forests, mangroves and numerical polar regions. Wherever you see mammals only mostly. And they are aquatic as well as terrestrial. Next, two important features which you should remember for mammals, exclusively for mammals I'm saying. Rest all won't have this type of things. So mammary glands as well as hair is present. Mammary glands means what? Which help in producing the milk and giving nutrition to the young ones. This mammary glands. That's why they are classified under mammals. So that's why this is the main specific feature which is present. As well as skin is associated with that of hair. Hair is present on the body of these mammals. Next, another important feature is about the numerous eyes, ears, teeth, everything are present. But ears, a specific feature which differentiates from other vertebrates is external ears are present. What is the use of this external ears? These are useful especially for providing protection to the tympanum as well as the cartilaginous part, pinna. Numerous sound waves are transmitted. This is a very delicate cartilage and numerous vibrations are transferred from there to innermost part of the ear. Next, when it is associated with that of teeth. Teeth are also different types of teeth are present. Then two pairs of limbs are present. So what is the use of these limbs? It is nothing but these limbs are useful for walking, swimming and all. Two pairs of limbs are present. So these are the main specific features. Next, when you go into the systems, it is nothing but first circulatory system. So heart. Heart is usually four-chambered heart. That is, when you're reading about the mammals, remember humans as well as cats and all. Everyone will have four-chambered heart. Birds also will have four-chambered heart only. These also will have four-chambered heart which is associated with that. So four-chambered heart is present. That is two atria as well as two ventricles are present. So that is about in the circulatory system. Heart is four-chambered. Birds also four-chambered. Mammals also four-chambered heart. That point you should remember. Next, another about respiration. Respiration is usually by lungs. Respiration is usually by lungs. Because we have learned that these all are terrestrial mostly. So mostly respiration takes place by lungs itself. So in birds also, mammals will have similar features. Maximum will be similar features. That is respiration takes place by lungs and heart is usually four-chambered. Digestive system we all know. What about the human digestive system which we have learned? Same will be there. Like stomach, intestine, everything. It is excreted out to anus. Same digestive system is present for that of all of mammals. So heart, then respiratory system, digestive system. We already have learned. What about excretion? First only I have told you when we are starting about the vertebrates. I have told you in vertebrates everything will have heart as well as kidneys, all classes starting from that of cyclostomata, chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, reptiles, aves, mammals, everything will have heart, but chambers will be different. Fishes will have two-chambered, we humans will have four-chambered, middle amphibians and reptiles they will have three-chambered heart. I already told you. And kidneys are useful for excretion as well as osmoregulation. That is also one which I have told you. So excretion also plays a very important role. Excretion usually takes place by kidneys. So we have done with the systems. Next, which organisms they belong to? They are also called as homeotherms. Homeotherms means what? Homeotherms means nothing but they takes place, that is they maintain the constant body temperature. Imagine we human beings only. Will our temperature, body temperature change when we go from here to America or from America to back here? Will our body temperature change? No. For all the human beings, our body temperature will remain constant. That is 37 degrees Celsius only is maintained wherever you go, except in high altitudes somewhat, or when you get ill, your body temperature varies. Otherwise your body temperature is always constant. So we belong to homeotherms, that is warm blooded animals. We are warm blooded animals, warm blooded. Next you go to sexes. Sexes are separate. Males are different as well as females are different. So they are dioecious animals. Next, about fertilization. Fertilization is internal fertilization for us. Internal. It takes place within the female. The fertilization and all will takes place within the female. So it is internal fertilization. And development is direct development. Direct development. As well as they are viviparous organisms. Till now what we have dealt is, which are viviparous organisms means what we have seen. Only Chondrichthyes is viviparous. Next it comes to mammals. All are viviparous except one organism that I will tell you in the examples. So these are the important points that you should remember. Don't get so much confused. Only 3 important points that you should remember. One is nothing but about the mammary glands as well as hair is present, as well as external ear is present. That is done. Next, heart is 4-chambered, you should remember, and we are homeotherms or warm-blooded animals, that you should remember. Next, we are viviparous in nature. Viviparous as well as dioecious organisms as well as internal fertilization. These are the 3 to 4 points which you should remember for class of mammals. So we have done. Now we will go to scientific names which are related. So in the scientific names, only oviparous organism, only oviparous is Ornithorhynchus. Or platypus. Only oviparous organism, Ornithorhynchus or platypus. You can remember only this is oviparous. Rest all organisms belonging to mammals are viviparous. What are the organisms which are viviparous? I'll tell you, you can only easily identify. Macropus, platypus, Pteropus, Felis, Canis, Rattus, Elephas, Panthera tigris, Panthera leo, Equus, Dolphin, Delphus, Balanoptera, No need to get so much confused. What are these examples and all? Only one example which you should remember is oviparous is Ornithorhynchus, that is platypus. Only that you remember. Rest all is easy, I'll tell you. See, Macropus is nothing but kangaroo. Kangaroo which you see, that is Macropus. Pteropus is nothing but horse. Kangaroo, horse. Felis, cat. Canis, dog. Canis is dog, Felis is cat. Rattus, by name only you can understand, rat. Elephas, elephant. Panthera tigris, tiger. Panthera leo, lion. Equus, horse. Deliphus means only these two organisms are aquatic. I told you some are aquatic, no? So Deliphus is dolphin, Balanoptera is blue whale. These also are mammals only. Don't think they are amphibians. Only these two, Deliphus dolphin as well as blue whale, they are mammals. So these two important points you should remember. So this is about the class of mammals. Don't get confused. Only this you should remember. That is nothing but Ornithorhynchus. It is nothing but platypus. Next, that oviparous, rest all are viviparous. Macropus, kangaroo. Pteropus, you can remember. Felis, cat. Canis, dog. Ratus, rat. Names only you can understand. Elephas, elephant. Panthera, tigris, tiger. Leo, lion. Equus you should remember, as well as Macropus you should remember. Macropus is kangaroo, Equus is horse. These two, Deliphus as well as Balanoptera, only these two are aquatic mammals. They are nothing but Deliphus is dolphin, Balanoptera is blue whale. So this is about the class mammals. Read it 2 or 3 times. This mammals scientific names also will be very easy for you, and AUs also it will be very easy for you. These two are very easy. You read 2 or 3 times, it will be best and easy for you. So this is about we have completed the chapter of animal kingdom. In the next class we will start with another topic, which it may be another topic. I'll just inform you which topic we are going to start. But for now we have completed with class aves and mammals. Scientific names you should remember very clearly, as well as read 2 or 3 times and write the differentiation. This topic will be very easy for you. Important point and neat point of view is all the examples as well as the main specific features.